Greetings, Internet. Welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This is turn 3 of my playthrough of Chosin Reservoir Mission 1 from the Fields of Fire Volume 2. And playing the United States Marine Corps, the old breed, is it? And yeah, we're attacking a communist Chinese force in some pretty rough, hilly terrain with not a lot of cover. So that's a brief introduction. What happened in the first 2 turns and what we're trying to achieve. Okay, so the objective is, as you can see, we've got objective 1, objective 2, and the attack position all in the same column. To win, we only have to secure either objective 1 or objective 2, not both. And we don't have to clear all the PC markers on any specific row. So we've advanced. My initial plan was to take first platoon straight up the hills into and trying to take objective 2, whilst second platoon on this flank and third platoon on this flank supporting and trying to outflank and give supporting fire. However, I decided to change that slightly, noting that this route here are all contact Cs until we get to the last 2 rows, potential contact Cs, and then maybe swing around this way in taking the objective 1, supported by third platoon coming up this way, maybe, and with first platoon keeping the enemy pinned, as it were, occupied. Is that going to work? Don't know. But that's my initial thought. Okay, so a little bit of clarification how I'm actually playing these missions. There's essentially 3 ways to determine mission victory. There's the taking the objective method. And if you fail on the reattempt, if you haven't managed to, or if there isn't any reattempt, there isn't any in this one, then you are fired. You are relieved of command. I'm playing the survival mode as a company commander. He's got to survive through all the missions. So if he doesn't win a particular mission or achieve the objective, he can't promote himself. And all right, he starts as a veteran on this, so hopefully that won't be a problem. But he's still got to survive through all the missions. If he doesn't, then I've lost the campaign. There is an Iron Man mode where you've got to win every mission and survive. Maybe not yet. Not yet. So this mission looks particularly difficult. There is no reattempt on it, but if we don't manage to take the objective by the end, I mean, obviously I'm going to try. I'm not just going to diddle around, but that's what my method of victory is. I would be going on to the second mission unless my company commander is taken as a casualty, which hopefully he won't. Anyway, so we're into turn 3. We've got our display under here. Okay, turn 3, just making sure I've marked everything correct there. And the deck's ready to go. So we start with the friendly higher HQ event phase, where we draw a card and we see if the HQ have got anything to say. They have. They have. Right. So let's see if I can find the higher HQ phase in this lovely booklet. It's not sorry. Higher HQ event phase. Higher HQ. Right. So again, they put all the missions on one sheet. So mission 1, 1 to 10. Let's see what we get. That's pretty conclusive. That's one. So, ammo resupply: 8 machine gun, 4 mortar, 2 bazooka, 2 recoilless, 2 RCL recoilless rifles if in play, dropped anywhere in the staging area. Okay. We don't really need that, but thank you very much at the present moment. So we get 8 machine gun. Now, are we using those actual markers, marker pieces? There we are. Ammo, right. Does it say heavy machine gun or is it just machine gun? No, there doesn't seem to be. Right. So we'll leave it on this card. I'm surprised we don't have a Jeep in this one, do we? No. Machine gun ammo, 8. 4 mortar. Mortar. Ah, okay, that's better. Machine gun ammo. There we go. Get rid of that one. So, yeah, machine gun ammo, 8. Mortar ammo. There seems to be an easy way, quick way to do this. Okay, we're going to put it all on this card here. I don't know if we'll ever need it, but 2 bazooka and 2 recoilless rifle. So rocket ammo. There we go. And 2 recoilless rifle. Right. Use ammo. Control close bracket. Control close bracket. There we go. Right. So we worked out how to use the buttons quickly. All right. So that's just sitting there. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, notice that these guys are always seem to be well tooled up with ammo. I noticed that last time the machine guns have got 8. So, whereas in Normandy they've only got 4. Okay. So at least that wasn't like them telling me I can't use my commands and such forth. Friendly command phase. Right. So the battalion activates the company HQ. And then the company HQ gets 3 commands. He's still, where am I? See there? Yeah, he's still there. So he's not undercover. Staging area for some reason not classed as being undercover, but okay. And he is veteran. So he gets 4 commands. And he's got 1 currently, so that takes him to 5. Right. Whom do we want to activate? What are we actually going to try and do this turn? So we've got communications. I'm using field phones. So we've got a major. That's the gunnery sergeant after the last turn's faux pas. And we have the artillery here, radio, and we've got the platoon commander, 2nd platoon undercover. So 2nd platoon, if you remember what I just said at the beginning, I'm going to be pushing them quite hard up this first column with the contact C's. So see if we can get into the flank stroke rear of this Chinese force. So definitely going to be activating 2nd platoon. So there he is. Let's flip him. Right. Then this rocky hill here, I would like to get the mortar up to there. So I'm going to actually activate. Do I actually need to? I could do that with. Yeah, I suppose I can do that with initiative. commands. Third platoon, that's one that definitely needs sorting out. So again, field phone through to where is the commander? That's the XO, who's on his fire team side. And the third platoon HQ is currently pinned. So we're going to have to resolve that situation. Now, this is a level 3 hill. And that's a level 3 hill, a level 2 battalion. So I need to, if I can get something going artillery-wise onto them, we might be able to do something with that third platoon. So I'm not going to spend a command point on them. Remember, we can't move diagonally. So ideally, I want to get this mortar. It won't be able to fire this turn, but if I get it here on the rocky hills, he can start maybe lobbing some shells there. Our artillery officer has brought fire down on here. Probably need to keep him doing that. And our mortar team officer here, he's not pinned. Okay. First platoon, they're looking all right. So maybe push them forward into this. It's so open, isn't it? Like 0. So I'm going to activate first platoon as well. Ooh, there's a bit else gone. There it is. First platoon. Flip that. Then the gunnery sergeant. Yes. So that's 3 we've done so far. Leave me with 2. Where's the first sergeant? First sergeant is on here. Yeah, gunnery and first sergeant. Third platoon we're not going to bother with. So, and the XO. Where is the XO? That's me. The XO is. Oh, he's the one that's pinned down here. We need to get him out of there. So I'm not going to activate him. Commands. So that's it. So we've activated 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 1 left. We will save that for, where's he gone? Crazy mouse things for next turn. We'll bank it. Okay, platoon HQs. We'll start with second platoon. Second platoon has got 1 existing. He draws. Excellent. 5. Is he undercover? He is. That's 6. He is line, so he just gets the 6. Okay. +1 already, so he's got 7 to spend, which he can spend a maximum of 6. Okay. Right, so at present, we're pumping fire into those guys there with the machine gun. The heavy machine, technically, I suppose, the medium machine gun there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. There we go. Right, so he's in undercover, so he can't give these verbal communicate commands because they're outside the cover. So he would have to move out, and that would be making him exposed. But we need to get pushing, so he will come out of that cover and be marked as exposed for 1 command. So he's got 5 left. Okay, so he asks the arty to carry on bringing fire onto this guard here. So the artillery is drawing. I can't remember. I maybe should write this down, shouldn't I? How much actual fire? As I say, it's a little bit on the tricky side, spotting where everything is. All right, fire agency. He's drawing 4. Drawing 4. And then because we've already got the target acquired on there. He's drawing 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, boom, 4, 5. Ooh, 5. Okay, reshuffle. Right, so we get a new incoming marker on there. Place volume of fire, pending, -5 for the artillery. So I'll tell you what, we'll put the casualty over there. We'll put that. We're waiting to come in. And then I must edit my artillery. 5 missions remaining. We've got this little display here. And what have I got to do? Decrease missions by 1. Boom. So he's got three left. Excellent. So that's a good start to what I want to do this turn. And that's leaves the second platoon commander with 2 orders. Okay. He will then just take an assault team out of this squad. Second squad of second platoon. Oops, what's this? What are they doing now? Okay, so they've actually got the rifle grenade. No, we won't send them the rifle grenade forward, but we will dispatch a team. So assault team. And so that's another order. So 3 remaining. And he will order them to move into this hill here. So in they go, and they will be marked as exposed because they can't infiltrate. Okay. 2 orders remaining. Right. So he will order. Yeah, he'll order the machine gun team into the cover. Mark as exposed. Again, can't infiltrate. Leaving him 1 remaining. And sure, he'll order the radio dude into the cover as well. So let's just move him back down there. Put the cover here with a machine gun and the arty guy. Give him a bit of cover. Mark as exposed as he goes in there. Okay. So that's he's used all 6 commands, so it leaves him with 1. Let's flip him over. Boom. Second platoon done. First platoon. He's got 4. First platoon, he is undercover, so that's 5, and he's veteran 6. 1 or 2 already on there takes him to 8. Right. Okay. So he's got volume of fire on these guys. He's in the cover, whereas these guys are out of the cover. So he'll move out, becoming exposed because there's no volume of fire on there. So again, he can't infiltrate. So that's 1. He has 6 available as well. Now that he's there, he will then order this assault team forward into here. Is that a good idea? I suppose so. Yeah, because they're sort of pinned and in trouble there, aren't they? So yes. I don't want to move the whole squad though, do I? No, no, no. Just say no. So he moves into there, carrying his smoke. And that'll take me from 6 down to 5 down to 4. Orders remaining. Oh, and the assault team is marked as exposed as he moves forward. I just don't like this terrain. 0 terrain is blinking awful. Okay. Next thing he wants to do is rally this litter team. So it takes him from a litter team to a fire team is 1, so it takes him down to 3. And then yeah, spends another command taken from a fire team to an assault team. Down to 2 commands left. The advantage of that is then they can advance forward into this open hills if we need to. He's there ready to go. He's got 2 orders left. He then orders the company sergeant back to go and start bringing some more dudes up. So he's marked as exposed. All right, so put him on the card there. He's done the rallying. Machine gun's still firing. I'm quite happy with that at the present moment. Oh, wait a minute. Are they able to do overhead firing? Because our guys have gone into the valley there. Let me just double check that. No. He's got to be tripod mounted. So we're going to have to cease fire there. But they're inside the cover. He's got 2 orders left. Can he? Let's just double check, make sure I haven't diddled my orders. So he moved out for 1. Ordered them forward for 2. Ordered that into an assault team for litter. Green 3, 4. Ordered the sergeant back 5. So he's got 1 left. So at the present moment, there's a volume of fire on this card because it's not, even though it's lower. I'll just double check that. There's going to be a volume of fire there, bullets falling short. So I'm going to have to mark that there at the present moment and hopefully resolve that. Yeah. Got 1 order left. Okay. Platoon HQ. 1 platoon. He has got a smoke. Just remembered something. Right. If he tells this guy to cease fire, these guys will cease fire as well. All of the units on the same card. So although he can't actually physically order 1-1 machine gun to cease fire, he can tell that assault team to cease fire, even though actually they're not firing anyway. But can he still do that? I'm going to have to check this part. It's an interesting little bit of wiggle room there. See, I sort of remember these things. It's actually a note under the 4.3.1 visual and verbal communications. Note, when ceasefire and shift fire orders are given to a unit, the order will be passed on to all occupants of a card, including pinned units, regardless of whether they are in visual verbal communication or not. Okay, so I don't have to use my smoke. So he will tell the assault team, so he's using his last order, to cease fire, which means these will cease fire. So that PDF comes off for the moment. It comes off and they will not resume fire because they have their own guys in the way of the target, is the way I understand it. They can't create a volume of fire marker on that card without risking their own guys. If that's not correct, let me know in the comments, please. But that's the way I'm sort of understanding it. Okay, so there's still, let me just zoom out a little bit. There's still a volume of fire coming from here into there, so the automatic stays on there from there. But now the crossfire has gone. So there we go. How to use a little bit of wiggle room and a note in the rules. I think that's how it works. But as I say, because that's lower than either of those two, and it quite specifically says if it's like if a weapon's not capable of overhead fire. If that had been a heavy machine gun, sorry, with a tripod mount or with a H rather than an A weapon type, then that move would have been fine, and there would have been no fire dropping down into the valley. I assume there's occasional bullets that are straying down there. Okay, so I've used all 6 commands to do that from first platoon. So he had 8, so he's got 2 remaining. So we'll flip that there. And okay, so now we've got the gunnery sergeant and the first up. We'll do the gunnery sergeant and make sure I get the right dude. Okay, so he gets 5. He is veteran, so that's 6. Can't remember if he's undercover or not. Let's have a look. He's over here. No, he's not. He's there. No, that cover has just got those 2 on it. Okay, so he's got 5 plus 1 for veterans, 6. So there we go. Right, and he can spend 6. So what are we trying to do here? So again, let's zoom in a little bit. So we've still got the medium machine gun firing over there. We've also got the artillery drops shells over there, so we're happy with that. We don't really want to move the second platoon up in strength to here. The assault team itself is fine. So, I think we're happy with that. Do we need to move him to here? Start moving up there. Okay, we will do that. So he will move to this rocky hill here, become exposed as he does so. Mark as exposed. So it takes him down to 5. He will then look. If he looks for terrain, he will go into it. So he will ask the assault team here to look for cover. So they're drawing 2 cards. No, and no, they haven't found any. Are they actually marked exposed for looking for cover? Attempt to seek cover. All right. If it's present, then attempt succeeds, place the unit under new cover. So if the attempt fails, do nothing. Okay. So he's down to 4 orders. Does he order the assault team forward? Go on then. So, with their smoke, and then get marked. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop again. No, 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 no. Silly boy. This PDF is still along here, isn't it? Shooting there. No, no. Mm. Okay. The sergeant himself will look for terrain, cover. So he's drawing 3 because he's veteran. No, finds it. Okay. So place cover, +1 cover. All right. And therefore he's in the cover. And he's got 3 orders remaining. I had a little pause there while I was thinking. So he's gone into the cover. That assault team will stay where it is. So we're happy there. He's got 3 commands left out of the 6 that he could use. So he's on the 6, so he's got 3 left. Let's flip him as finished. Right, the actual first sergeant. Where is the first sergeant? He was moved back, wasn't he? Here. All right, so let's draw a card for him. He's not undercover, and he is veteran, so he gets +1. Oh, 3. Okay, 3 +1 for veteran, 4. And he's over here. So what are we going to do with the 4? Do we need to move anything else up here at the present moment? Not really, no. Where's the litter team? Oh, we fixed the litter team, didn't we? Um, okay, okay. He's got 4. I don't really want to send another machine gun up there because then it'll just be blurting ammo away. Not really, not quite sure what to do with these demolition guys either at the present moment. So what we'll do is tell him to order the mortar spotter forward into the cover all the way around, and then he's marked as exposed because there's no volume of fire on there. So that takes him down to 3 orders remaining. And do we want to order another? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, all right then. Order the bazooka team forward as well. And they won't go into the cover. And again, they'll be marked as exposed as they go up there. Right, so the sergeant is finished. He used 2 with 4, so he has 2 remaining for next turn. Okay, so that's all the initiative, the activated ones. We now go into the initiative impulse. And do we have any platoon? We do. Right. So we have the XO, 3rd platoon, and these chaps here. So we'll activate 3rd platoon, and we draw a card for him. And we're going to look at the little number. It's 3. 3rd platoon, he's pinned. So there's some detriments to his command roll modifier. Pinned is -1. He is lying, so there's no modifier there. Under cover marker, no. Now, he's under all pinned fire, not a small arms, automatic, or any of those. They don't fire. So there's a -1 for being pinned. Okay, so he's just drawn 3, which becomes 2. And he's got 1 there. So just flip that at the moment. So he's got 3 commands. Right. So what can he, or to I assume to actually give any orders, he's got to be unpinned. Is that right? Let me check that. Okay, so because he's pinned, he can't give any orders to these guys. He hasn't got ability to give visual and verbal communications on this card. So the first thing he's going to try and do with his, how many did I say he's got? 3, was it? Yeah, is he wants to rally himself. Okay. So he's lying. So he's got 2 card draws for the word rally. 1, 2. No, he didn't get it. So he hasn't rallied. So he's got 2 commands left. He could move off that card. Which I think he will do. Because he won't be able to recover there as is. So he falls back to here, becoming exposed. Leaving him 1 order left. And that's him effectively done. So he should be able to rally when we get to the rally phase or rally step, pin recovery step. There we go. So let's flip that over. He's got 1 remaining. Okay. Machine number 2. He is, where is he? There he is. That's one of his units there if we wanted to do anything with him. Not really. He draws the cards. He is a veteran, so wow. So he gets 3. He is veteran 4. So he's on 8. He can keep those because he can save up to 9 of them. Okay, the mortar section, which has got a HQ, is a line unit. He gets 3 as well. Okay. 3. So he's on 8. Well, he wants to do something. So he's going to advance, or tell this guy to advance to the cover where the sergeant is. So that's 1, and they become exposed. Where's the mark? Exposed. Then he moves himself up. Let's put the cover there. There we go. And he's marked as exposed. That's 2 of his orders. And that's effectively all he can do. So he's down to 6, which is fine. Excellent. Right, and then we have, so that's the HQs. CO Staff Initiative phase, we got the XO. Now the XO is on his fire team side, so I don't think he can do any orders. He retains what orders he had. I think I eliminated what he had, didn't I? Which was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. But so he's stuck there at the present moment in time. with no orders. So we're then on to general initiative. We get 2. Right, what do we want to do with that 2? I want this mortar to fire onto this hill here. So he's drawing. Check the book. Now he's the heavy mortar, so I think he's only drawing 2. It's the Italian mortar. No, so it's the regimental 4.2-inch mortars. Mortar FO draws. In fact, the artillery officer is actually better with them. In actual fact, the company HQ is better than that. But anyway, doesn't matter. I just realised that the platoon HQ can order the normal mortars. It's a learning curve, this game, isn't it? So with that in mind, no, we want to bring it into here. Is there anyone else that could actually better fire? Company sergeant, but there's no platoon HQs. And this platoon HQ cannot see this. We just zoom out a bit there. Yeah. That platoon HQ cannot see that card. So it's got to be the mortar. Okay. So he's trying to bring in, so he's drawing 2 cards. 1. So that's effective. Okay. Now the battalion, no, the regimental 4.2-inch mortar platoon has a H heat of -5 as well. Wow, that's good, isn't it? We like that. We like the sound of that. Place a pending fire of -5 HE. Boom. And that on here is the regiment of 4.2. Okay, only has 2 fire missions. Well, now only has 1. But that's a big one. Okay. So that's one of my 2 commands. What's the other one? Okay, so we could look for cover here, or because they're both awful, aren't they? They really, really are awful terrain. The more important one meeny, minies, isn't it? But I want to push up here. So we're going to look for cover in this open hill here with this guy. So he's got 2 draws. We're looking for the word cover. 1. Darn it. Didn't get it. Okay. Fair enough. Right. We have enemy HQ event. Or do we? No, we don't. Enemy activity checks. So we have got 2 active enemies at the moment. Well, 2 cards, isn't it? Yeah. So card order from the left, card 1, card 2. We are doing card 2. So we're doing this dude first. Right. So he is still in good order at the present moment in time. Enemy activity check. We are looking at deliberate defense, and he is doing on the same card as their opposing. No. Under fire, trading fire, and units on fire is better. But it's not, is it? Oh, he's pinned. Sorry, my bad. All right, that's where it comes from. Using tabletop simulator, I'm used to seeing big pin markers. Got a little pinned on him. Right, he's pinned. Pinned. Right, pinned on. He's not on the same card. Pinned. He's undercover. Pinned undercover. 1, 2, no action. 3 rally. 4 fall back. See what he's doing. 3. He tries to rally. Okay, so he's green, so he gets 1 card. You lucky, lucky man. Right, so he's no longer pinned. So unpin. That means his volume of fire here changes from all pinned to small arms. There we go. Right, so this card. Right, so we've got pinned fire team and a little team in a casualty. So we do lats first. Well, they're all lats, aren't they? So this pinned litter team then. We're looking at pinned first. Pinned undercover, he is. So again, it's a 1 to 4 action. 4, he does 3, which he attempts to rally. So again, green draws 1 card. He doesn't rally. This guy tries the same. 1 to 4 to see what he's doing. 3, he'll try and rally. He doesn't rally. So that's that. That's the only 2 cards we have enemy on at the present moment. Right, capture segment, no. Retreat segment, retreat any unpinned litter teams. We don't have any of those. No. No vehicles. Right, volume of fire update, so that disappears. That now becomes boom. This becomes boom. And we also need a target marker. See if I can clone that. Go. Put that on there, and I'll change the label to 4.2 inch port. There we go. Right. So that's those done. Potential contacts. Okay, so we've got a few of those to work out. We're on here. So we've got that one and that one to do. So B before C. Okay, so we're currently still at engage because we're not on the same card as the enemy. There are 2 cards with volumes of fire. In fact, there's 3 cards, so yeah, we're engaged. So a B, whilst engaged, is it that one? No. Remembering which card to actually play enemy contact. There we go. Potential. Right. So we're looking at B. We're engaged. We're drawing 3 cards. So 1, 2. There is contact. 3. Okay. So he is active. Right. So let me get to the booklet for the enemy. There is one chosen. Mission 1. Right. Okay. Mission 1 PCB package. Drawing 1 to 10. 1 to 10. He draws a 3. It says package 1. Package 1 is what? Package 1. Heavy rifle position. 2 times rifle squads in cover, max range, LOS. And it is spotted. Okay. So we're in column 3 is always to the front. Okay. That's going to be a little bit tricky, isn't it? Because, wait a minute. That's at level 4. That can see over level 3. And now I'm at level 2, so that's a constant down slope. Now, max range, they're rifles, so they're going to be SS, so they are going to be on that card. That means that is going to be removed, and they don't mind firing through their own guys. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does this stop it? Because they can't shoot here because of that incoming. They can't shoot there because of the incoming. Hmm. Let me check. Okay. This is a little bit of a tricky one. So the way I'm understanding it, he can't be placed on this card anyway because he won't fire through these, even if that artillery wasn't there. So maximum LOS along the front is point blank. He's placed on this card, is the way I read it. So he can't be placed there. That's the maximum range. Can't be placed on there because there's enemy already on it. So yeah, max LOS. Please let me know in the comments if I did that incorrectly. But it is a Communist Chinese Forces Package 1, hasty rifle position, 2 rifle squads in cover. Spotted, max range LOS. Okay, let me pause that while I get those dudes out. A little bit vague on this particular thing. It says 2 times rifle squad in cover. Okay, so would they be in 2 lots of cover or 1? Actually, there's only 1 lot of cover allowed on this card. So that answers that question, doesn't it? So they're both inside the same cover. So if we can get a mortar shell or a grenade on them, ouch for them. Right, so they're there. They're putting small arms fire on me. Place volume of fire, small arms. And we are putting automatic fire on them. But they're not exposed. We are. Okay, so that contact B is done. So he can come and join these dudes. And because we're now on the same card, we are now heavily engaged. Okay. The other one we've got to do is this contact C at heavily engaged is we draw 1 card. So and it's got Ray, so that's not a thing. There's nobody there. Okay. So interesting. Interesting. I just want to check the special rules. Do they automatically activate and well, they fire, I suppose next turn they will try and lob their grenades. I mean there was a special rule regarding the Chinese, wasn't there? Their preferred weapon of choice is grenades. CCF use grenades as weapons of choice. They use the -3. Yeah. If both sides occupy a card, any enemy good order assault team or fire teams will automatically attempt a grenade attack. Okay, so we're not at that at the present moment. Because they're full squads. Right. So that's potential context done. Pinned recovery segment. Any pinned guys that are not under a volume of fire. Okay, so let's go back over this. Right, so this guy's now are under a volume of fire there. So they're no longer able to give out the PDF there. So that's gone. temporarily, which means these guys are no longer under a volume of fire, which means that they can recover from pinned. Unpin. Unpin. Okay. I think anybody else that's pinned? Moving down. Yes, the 3rd Platoon HQ, he unpins. Anybody else? Hello, hello, hello. I still keep trying to use the commands, finger buttons for Tabletop Simulator. So, okay, so there's nobody that is pinned that's not under a volume of fire. Right, so we've got to resolve some of these now. So starting at the top, left to right. So this is the first one. Boom. -5. Automatic weapons doesn't, it says the best one there. It's the -5. There's no crossfire now. -5. 0, because it's incoming fire. So you use the smallest value there. +1 for the cover. +1 for pins. So each one of those is -5, +2 is -3. So we're starting on the litter team first with -3. -3 is hit. Reshuffle now because we finished determining, and the hit is he's green, he's a casualty. So get result is a casualty. Right, good. Then this guy, I've forgotten already what the modifiers were. +1, sorry, 0, +1 for the cover, -5. So he was pinned. It was -3, wasn't it? -5, -4, -3. -3 is a hit. And the effect on him, he's green as well. He's now paralyzed as a P. So hit result is now P. Okay. Not happy. But we can't quite get to him yet because there's now 2 new squads sitting here in front of him. Okay. Over here, again, -5. That has no effect. So -5, but this is good terrain. +2, plus cover is +3. So net -2. Net -2. He's hit. And he is a green unit. That's P. So he's taken 1 P. Paralyzed, P. There we go. Hit P. So they should have a paralyzed. There we go. Right. So that's those 2 cards done. Moving down to this one. Okay, so we'll resolve the fire on them first of all. So we've got +1 cover, -1 automatic fire. No other terrain effects. So on the first guy there, we're on 0. That's a miss. Blimey. And the other one's on 0. He's only pinned. Bit disappointing. Hit result is pinned. Effect on my guy, they are firing at 0, but he's exposed. So he's at -2. Darn it, he's hit. Okay, and the effect of the hit, he is assault team, so he's line. Is that a C? It's a casualty. Hit result. Boom. So it drops the smoke. We have a casualty. Yeah, that's what happens. Effectively, in my mind, we were ambushed there. Moving further down, is there any other volumes of fire down here? No. Okay. Adjustments for weapons. We've done the ammo's firing here. No machine guns fire. Right, so this machine gun has fired. So we better ammo use. Here. Well, yeah, there's still a PDF there, so he's used it. So use ammo. I think that is it. That's not firing. Okay, so that now changes to a automatic weapon fire, which is coming from that machine gun there. This is still automatic fire coming from that machine gun over there. Right, okay, so we've now got a casualty here. So this has gone, well actually, no, it hasn't. Because now these open up because we've got no units on this card anymore. So these open up. Place a volume of fire. Whoops. Which, come on. So I want to place the PDF first, right to the top. So they open fire there, which will be automatic weapons fire. Okay. So that's that. Will they fire from here? No, no. They're happy firing there. So I think that's everybody. Okay. Let's do the cleanup. Boom, boom, boom. So the exposures should disappear. There they go. All right. I will take this back to the top then. So, well, I say take this back to the top. It's actually the first time I've been up here because I started straight on the video, didn't I? So, hi. I hope you enjoyed that. There's a few that, especially those two squads. Let me know in the comments if I did that correctly. I'm not 100% certain, but that's the way I was reading it. I wasn't sure if I'd have to draw another package, but I couldn't see any reason why they couldn't be placed where I am. Or my guys. So, and then they ambushed him and took him out for my first casualty. Yeah, it feels very different from Normandy, which is great. That's what we want in a game like this is replayability and versatility, which the game has now. It's definitely proven it to me because obviously I've done Normandy, and I'm starting now to dabble in Korea here. I'm also looking at Korea in the deluxe module as well. I've started a scenario over there with the guy I originally started back, if you remember in the previous episode I mentioned, or episode 1, when I mentioned that I played a guy from Texas. His name's Randy. We did that, and now we're doing a cooperative game on that as well. I won't be bringing that to the channel, but we're doing the something river, the Korea one, which is not Heartbreak Ridge. Can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, but that's what's the booklet sitting right next to me. Naktong River. That's what I'm doing cooperative at the moment. And we've done the first turn of the first mission on that. And that feels different. That's got vast distance of open, plains and rice paddies and such forth. So the terrain cards definitely help make the story. Obviously the action packs and these things and such forth with what the packages are. That could have been a little bit clearer. 2 times rifle squads in cover. Are they in separate cover or such forth? Because that card only had one cover available, I think I'd put them in the one cover. Normally, because obviously that's not overstacking, but if I lob a grenade in there, then each step over 3 is an additional -1. So, they're very cozy in there. It's the only bit of cover in that whole bit of hill. There's a very windswept plain rock So they found the one little hole and they're all huddling in it. But they got my guys, didn't they? So anyway, as I say, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know in the comments that you did. Give me a thumbs up. It all helps the channel. And yeah, please subscribe. You know, why not? Doesn't hurt you. You know, and also do that little dinging thing, and then you know when I'm uploading anything. And finally, play games. Have fun. Until next time. Bye, Internet.